What's going on, guys? I'm Tommy, and I'm coming at you with another review. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Attack of the Clones Jango Fett's Slave 1 Secret Attack Vehicle. Now, this came out way back in 2001. This thing is over 20 years old now. It's kind of crazy. It's almost approaching 25 years old. That's kind of ridiculous to think about. The Attack of the Clones movie came out almost 25 years ago. So this product actually came out before the movie itself, because the movie came out in 2002. This product came out in 2001. This is the Jango Fett Slave 1 toy, the first one ever. There haven't been, I don't think, maybe one since then, now that I'm thinking about it. But Star Wars has not revisited this vehicle, as iconic as it was from the Attack of the Clones film. This is just the standard Star Wars toy line that was going on back then. Check the logo here with the really cool Luke Skywalker holding up the Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from A New Hope. Very cool imagery there. This really is a throwback. I have very vague memories of going to KB Toys at my local mall with my dad and seeing this kind of packaging on the figures. This thing is super cool. I actually found this sealed for I think $60 maybe at Toy Hio Toy Show. I bought this at the Toy Hio Toy Show back in October of 2024. I do have a vlog for that visit. I went with good friend and friend of the channel, Hybrid Toy Reviews, and we're going to be going back there beginning of February 2025 for the next one. So I figured I should probably open up this pickup from the last Toy Hio before I attend Toy Hio again. So here we are. This is the packaging for this vehicle. Again, like I kind of mentioned, the Star Wars logo looks cool. You get your glam shot of the vehicle. It says Secret Reveal Multi-Missile Launcher. You have your name down here at the bottom left. You can kind of see they do tease the Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, which is sold separately, and I love the little legal information down here at the bottom. It says, product shown in fantasy situation, actual product on back, some assembly required, no tools needed, Jedi Starfighter, trademark, sold separately. And then down here at the right, of course, you have your classic Hasbro logo. On this side of the packaging, you just get another shot of the Slave 1, a lot of the same information that we saw over there, and then again over here, we have, again, all the same information. These sides are really just mirrored on the back of the box. This is where it gets really cool. So on the back here, you get a ton of information, tons of glam shots of the ship. They let you know that Jango Fett actually doesn't come with this. He is sold separately. They do advertise some of the lightsabers, like this looks to be Anakin's saber and then Dooku's saber here. You do have the Jedi Starfighter. There's all the different features of the ship here. You do have the sonic charge dispenser before they knew about the seismic charges, and then you have just some of the features here like the opening canopy, positionable stabilizer wings, and then the secret reveal missile launchers. Back in the day, you could cut off these little tabs and get Jedi Master points. Buying this would give you 50 of those. Tells you it gives you the ship, 2 stabilizer wings, 8 missiles, 4 sonic charges, labels, and instructions. And then again, you have some more legal information down at the bottom. I don't see anything on this yet that says not to feed it to your babies. This might have been before that time, which is kind of crazy. And then let's read the bio here for Slave 1, though. It says, Jango Fett is known throughout the galaxy as a relentless bounty hunter who doesn't stop until his prey is captured or killed. His ship, Slave 1, is just as dangerous and deadly as its owner, with an arsenal of weapons from which no prey has ever escaped. This highly modified fire spray class patrol and attack ship was originally used in law enforcement, but Jango rebuilt it with hidden weapon compartments, sensor masking and tracking systems, and powerful shield generators, all the necessities for the most dedicated and brutal bounty hunter ever known. When he is chasing Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jango Fett makes full use of his technology and weapons, firing laser cannons, dropping sonic charges, and firing missiles, in an attempt to destroy his pursuer. What an amazing bio. I wish that Hasbro went so in-depth with their bios nowadays. It's so much fun to read things like this. I will also say, I don't understand why there was so much controversy a few years ago ago on why this was called the Fire Spray Gunship, as this was always the name. Just goes to show you shouldn't always believe all the outrage that's going on online in the Star Wars community especially. Looking down at the bottom of the packaging, we just get, again, some of your same things we saw on the front of the box. Every other side of this packaging, here's the top, is just mirroring what we see on the front of the box, just making things a little bit more simplistic. So without further ado, I am so excited to get this open. I'll get all the contents out and then we'll go from there. Alrighty gang, here is everything out of the box, and man oh man did I have a blast of nostalgia opening this up. I had this exact toy when I was a kid, and to see it in the flesh now is just something truly special, and I didn't think I'd have such a nostalgic reaction opening this up. There is a sticker sheet, so we are going to have to get these stickers attached. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll come back when those stickers are all attached. On second thought, I was, looking at the stickers here, and I was removing some of them from the sticker sheet, and they have like no adhesive left on them. They are going to stick to the sticker sheet itself, but I'd rather not take off these beautifully detailed stickers just to have them fall right off the ship. So for now, they are going to stay on the sticker sheet until at a later date or time I decide to maybe glue them on or maybe use some kind of different adhesive, but until then they are just going to stay on the sticker sheet. As beautiful as they are, here's how detailed they are. They do also, however, give you an instruction manual. This is extremely nice to get, and as you can see, it's got all these pages here with all these different instructions on what to do with the ship. So we are going to put this thing together. They do give assembly instructions. We'll set that off to the side. It is pretty straightforward. All you do is just attach your wings here, make sure that the gray arm here, I guess I'll show these off. Look at that. Not much weathering, but there is a lot of sculpted detail that looks really good on this ship, as well as I love the bright yellow. So vibrant. And again, this was my Slave 1 as a kid, so this is the ship that I had. You just match up the yellow with the yellow, and then the gray with the blue. It's pretty simple to get this connected here. All you do is just push those together. They sit in there very nicely, and it's very easy to snap into place. This, I think, was definitely made with kids in mind, not for parents to really need to help them assemble Jango Fett's Slave 1. This was definitely designed for kids to be able to just snap it together, having really no difficulty at all getting this popped together. And there we go. Now we have the wings on here. I'll definitely change the camera angle after we get it in the flight mode. They do move together, so when you move one, the other one kind of moves with it. It's a very nice system, very smart system. All right, so now that we've got the ship up off the ground, here it is, and boy howdy, does it look cool. Kind of just checking out some of the details here. You can see lots of paintwork, so it looks like the ship is sculpted in this white color on the top here, and then you just get a lot of that very dark green there. I like the yellow, the blue. I love that on the canopy here, you do have a little printed piece here that does show a little targeting computer. You can see Jango Fett's seat in there as well. Everything still looks really good for being almost 25 years old here. And you can see some of the panels that do switch over. You'll see down here, there is one of those panels that does flip. You could flip it 3 different ways, and that's just to give it the different looks with the 2 stickers that we would have had there. And then again, just the bottom of the ship here, giving you more of that bluish color, some different shades of blue. You have more of a greenish blue over top of a more primary looking blue. That's an actually really smart way, and you can see it on the green here too, a very smart way to do weathering back in the day. Obviously you're going to have the rotating cannons down here. Those are on a ratchet. That's what you hear the snapping for. These things, everything works. Everything looks great here. You can see it's not exactly to figure scale, I don't think, because you would usually be able to have the figures walk up the ramp here, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This ship is just as big as it needs to be in my book. And then here's the back of it here. Very plain, lots of just gray. You get to see lots of these sculpted machinery parts down there, which I think people appreciate. And then of course, in this dark, clear piece here, you're gonna get the flight handle so you can fly the ship around. Now really all there is left to do with the ship here is get all the missiles loaded. So for this front one here, there's actually, you'll see some controls on the back of the ship, so you could just drop the door down and it is spring loaded. However, if you push this kind of lever here, you'll see it does kind of, you do have to manually close it, but it does pop the spring open and push out the missiles here, as you can see. And then when you pull this back, this lever, you're pulling back this yellow part here that houses your missiles. You can manually close that trap door again. But like I said, all you do is you can be flying the ship, and then if you want to push it forward, you can just do just that, all from the back of the ship. What a great play feature. But what we're going to do in our case is we're going to load this up with the missiles. Very easy to do. You're going to take 4 of your 8 missiles here and just pop those into place one by one. Now that we've got our missiles loaded, you can pop those out. You can see the missiles are now protruding, and to fire them, we will just turn it clockwise. In playing with this feature a bit more, I did find that you can actually turn that knob on the back here clockwise or counterclockwise, and it will fire the missiles. Obviously, we got 8 missiles here, but we only had 4, so they do actually give you clips to house your extra missiles. I think this is a great play feature, and for a toy like this where you're probably going to lose some of the missiles, I know I was that kid, but it was very nice that they gave you extra missiles just right in the box so you could house them, and you could even reload the thing while it's in flight and then get it ready for another volley. So really the last play feature here comes with this little trap door here. This is where you put your sonic charges. Remember, they are not seismic charges yet, according to this product. This is before the movie came out. So what you do is you just press this yellowy button down here, and it'll start launching out those seismic charges one by one. You do have to click it individually for each one, but it's still a very, very cool play feature. And again, the fact they give you 4 and you can load all 4 of them in at once is very, very cool. Now, the last thing I want to do here is take a look inside the canopy. So it is on a hinge. I remember as a kid, like pretty frequently, this would pop off. That's because it's very loose in there. It doesn't give you much opening space. It is easy to put back on the ship because, you know, just as much as I remember it falling off as a kid, I also remember that it was very easy to put back on. You can see it actually gives you room that you can actually stand up to 3 figures inside the ship. Now, if only we had a figure to put inside the Slave One. Luckily, I have one of my favorite pickups from 2024, the Deluxe Vintage Collection Jango Fett. This is a fantastic figure, and being the newest, best version of the 3 3/4 inch scale Jango Fett, we'll stick him in the cockpit area and see how he looks. So obviously, we're going to want to get Jango's blaster pistols into those holsters, and luckily for us, the blaster pistols sit very nicely in those holsters. And since he stands in this ship here, this will be very easy to get him in. So we'll just open the hatch, we'll slide him into place there, and just like that, even with the jetpack on, they give you plenty of room to just slide your Jango Fett in the ship. A very, very simple system, really. And now there you go. Now you can have your Jango Fett in the Slave One, ready for battle. At the end of the day, guys, this is a super cool product. I'm absolutely loving swooshing this thing around. It is such a hearkening to my childhood as a kid that grew up with the prequels. This is such a cool vehicle to have in my collection as an adult. At the end of the day, a lot of us that buy action figures buy them because they give us that joy that we had as kids playing with them. And for me, this is a special case where I get to have one of the specific toys that I had as a kid. Again, I want to shout out Toy Hi-Oh Toy Show for this specific pickup. This is such a cool item to have in the collection. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. If you are an ARC Trooper in my Patreon or a member of Rancor Battalion, my YouTube channel membership, you would have seen this review early. If you'd like access to that, you can check out the links in my description below, and you can also check out in that Patreon I have monthly giveaways and plenty of other awesome benefits. In addition to that, all my links to my social media are in the description below as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. 1, 2, pick a target. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcements?